Speaking of South Africa, Tzu Chi volunteers hold winter aid distribution in Johannesburg, helping more than 3,000 households. Tunghai University's architecture majors give Longfeng Elementary School's unused space a makeover. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Helen now. Thank you for joining us. Though the temperature is getting hot in the northern hemisphere, it is getting colder in the southern hemisphere. In Johannesburg, South Africa, temperature at 9 has already reached single digit. To help those in need prepare for the cold season, Tzu Chi volunteers kick off this year's first winter aid distribution, in which 3,000 families from 3 informal settlements receive aid, supplies, and winter gear from Tzu Chi.
Johannesburg is South Africa's commercial, financial and industrial centre. However, amidst the affluence is poverty. Situated alongside the highway are 3 informal settlements, home to some 40,000 illegal immigrants. Poverty, crime and drug abuse are all found here. Today, thousands of poverty-stricken residents gather on a field opposite the Primrose police station. With winter approaching and the weather outside at 6 degrees Celsius, residents arrive warmly dressed as they wait for Tzu Chi's winter distribution to begin. Police officers block off the area to control the number of people coming in and out. Not long after, 3 trucks containing 6,000 bags of rice from Taiwan arrive. As soon as the container doors open, the crowds cheer with delight. Local Taiwanese businessman Huang Jiantang owns an ironworks factory. Since last year, each Saturday, Huang treats children from disadvantaged families and orphans to a hot meal at his factory. This time, he brought these children and women from the community to assist with the distribution.
Some of them are orphans, some come from single-parent families, and then there are those whose parents are unemployed. They scour around for food and just wait for their next meal. I brought them here today to give them the opportunity to volunteer, because I want them to see that they too have the power to help those who are more disadvantaged than themselves.
Close to 3,000 Tzu Chi volunteers, Tzu Chings and local volunteers line residents up in an orderly manner. While waiting for the supplies to be offloaded, residents are kept busy with other activities.
I'm pleased to be here to witness this event. They are not for preaching. They are coming to share the love with everyone here.
Volunteers distributed food and supplies to 1,000 more families this year compared to last. Today, 3,000 impoverished families each received a 20-kilogram bag of rice, scarves and earmuffs. Poverty weighs so heavily on the poor, but now their hearts are filled with so much joy.
We can become givers instead of takers. By next year, I want people to come and stand on this side of the queue, and that they can contribute to giving towards their own community as well.
In Taiwan, Northern District Tima regularly carries out free clinics in remote areas, thanks to a group of devoted volunteers who work behind the scenes to make sure the clinics run smoothly. But first, we go to the Philippines to meet 3 cataract patients who recently underwent successful operations to regain their vision. Thanks to Philippines Tima, the 3 men are able to see the world once more and now look forward to a brighter future ahead.
These 2 brothers both suffer from congenital cataracts. Waiting for their surgery, the pair is nervous beyond words. Elder brother Andrew Ayano goes first. Thanks to the doctor's expertise, 30 minutes later, Andrew's cataract is successfully removed.
As long as I still live in this world, I will never forget Tzu Chi's help. I have never seen the world so clearly.
Later, Andrew's brother enters the operation room and his surgery is also a resounding success.
Maraming salamat.
Thank you, doctors, for treating my eyes.
Sa Dok.
Salamat sa doktor, salamat sa Panginoon.
Thank God and Tima doctors for curing my boy's eyes.
Natapos na ang problema ng aking anak.
Alvin Manalo can tell the difference between day and night, but the rest of the world remains a blur.
For nearly 30 years, Alvin Manalo has been living in a blurred world due to his cataracts. Thanks to team of doctors, Alvin has been able to regain his vision and pursue his dreams and a better future. In all corners of Taiwan, as long as there are patients in need, TEMA members and their mobile free clinics will reach out to help. Working behind the scenes is a group of volunteers who help with the assembly of equipment on site. These boxes designed by them facilitate the free clinic procedures.
We can place dental devices in this box. It's convenient and easy to carry around, so doctors can bring it along when seeing patients.
Guo Shengxun is a senior manager at an information company and also a volunteer working behind the scenes at TEMA events. 83-year-old recycling volunteer Li Shifei not only can repair appliances but assemble medical equipment.
I'm blessed that my vision is still okay. If any of the medical equipment malfunctions, we need to do troubleshooting on site since we don't have backup equipment.
Discarded desks are also transformed into equipment for free clinics.
Desks used by lower grades are shorter, so we turn them into beds for patients to lie on, while older students' desks are taller and the doctors can put their tools on them.
Thanks to these devoted volunteers working behind the scenes, TEMA's medical care can easily reach out to each and every remote community in Taiwan.
Even though Taiwan has implemented educational reform to help students develop in an all-around manner, however, to date, most schools and parents still believe achieving high marks in exam and undating students in homework and cram schools make a good education. Non-mainstream curriculums such as music, art, and sports still do not get the respect they deserve. To help students realize their full potential and explore life's possibilities, the county's art and literature icons have come together to build the Xingang Senior High School of Arts in Jiayi. Here, young minds finally have a chance to grow healthily.
I'm a lot livelier now. Before, I only studied. Now I can join different clubs, and we go on stage to perform often. I don't get stage fright as much now.
Not too shabby, he's been refined by this art school and developing pretty well.
A student of Xingang Senior High School of Arts in Jiayi, Taiwan, gives a French horn improv performance, which makes his father proud. Elsewhere, 3 seniors arrived at the recording studio with their instruments.
I only experimented with writing lyrics after high school.
Our vocal will write the lyrics first, then I will add the melody.
Actually, our class is in session right now. We break into teams to teach and record.
None of these students specialize in music. In fact, many only began to explore their musical talent after arriving at Xingang.
辛苦大家了。老师好，是。已经画多久了？
我们这个画的话3-4
对啊，
个礼拜。
因为我天天在帮你们拍到 Facebook 上面。
好，谢谢。
对啊。
At first, I had no idea how to do this. I never even drew back in junior high, but the art class I attend now has broadened my horizons, and I'm trying to express my ideas through drawing. I think that's the essence of our school. If you have an idea, you should express it. Compared to other schools, you have more degrees of freedom to be yourself.
When we were designing this school, we incorporated many different platforms where students can express themselves. So even in high school, students have a chance to assert themselves. I think that's a valuable and life-changing experience. It's not just about passing exams.
可能过了3年这样会。
Perhaps after 3 years of this, I will become more refined. I want to develop more talents so they can help me unwind when I'm stressed out.
Whether they want to specialize in farming or nursing, these students are not learning to paint, for they have all chosen a school that teaches more than just mainstream academics. Then are their futures in jeopardy?
In college, you will work with various departments, so you have to be versatile. So then why does a high school education have to be specialized? As a part of basic education, it should help students explore their possibilities.
艺术里面把它融入生活里。
Art helps add depth and breadth to our lives. So as these children face setbacks in the future and have to get creative, they must be deeply rooted in the arts to find their inspiration.
文化的素养还有办法。
To give these students qualities that will benefit them for life, teachers try to incorporate art and humanities in the school's curriculum, including Chinese, English, and math. In this Chinese class, students learn through drawing and acting.
The curriculum here have a lot of more activities compared to other schools. The way we study Chinese here, you won't find it anywhere else.
To help students come to understand aesthetics and appreciate life's beauty, we let them get creative with the different symbolizations and metaphors in Chinese literatures. The exercises help them understand themselves and each other and appreciate there is beauty in everything.
Though a good education is supposed to be well-rounded and help students develop all aspects of their life, in Taiwan, most schools are still fixed on passing exams and academic achievement. Diversity seems to be but a slogan of Taiwan's educational reform. Alas, not all is lost, for there are still a few schools like Xingang Senior High. In Taichung, the Longfeng Elementary School of Longjing District is already 90 years old, as there is much unused space on campus. Led by their teacher, neighboring Tunghai University's architecture majors came to give the school a makeover. After nearly 2 months of work, the elementary school students have new areas to enjoy, while the college students gain valuable experience.
The space under these concrete slides used to be vacant, but under the hands of Tunghai University's architecture majors, it has been transformed into a secret garden for Longfeng Elementary School students.
We can talk with friends here or just sit and enjoy the flowers.
The banyan tree by the podium now has a new purpose as well. Illuminated by light, the tree now has benches for students to rest at the end of their PE class. The college students redesigned 12 areas of the elementary school, personally handling everything from survey to design to construction. Do not interfere with classes. All work was done at night.
We were once young as well, so as we went about our design, we tried to remember what we needed as a kid. So this is something that comes from our childhood.
No more experimenting with models. This real-life experience has been invaluable to these architecture majors.
As they were painting the pipes in different colors, our students joined them. That was a beautiful and heartwarming moment.
Thanks to the efforts of these college students, students at this elementary school have a new campus to enjoy.
In the United States, Tzu Chi volunteers held a perfect attendance scholarship award ceremony for underprivileged students at the Dr. George Washington Carver Elementary School in San Francisco. During the ceremony, 2 students received the school's 6-year full attendance scholarship award. But first, we go to Texas, where Tzu Chi volunteers visited a nursing home to help 98-year-old senior Leo celebrate his birthday. In Chinese culture, shoutao are buns that symbolize health and longevity.
Chinese style, long life.
Today, Tzu Chi volunteers are here at a nursing home in Texas to celebrate Senior Liu's 98th birthday. Touched by the volunteers' kindness, Grandpa Liu plays the piano to express his gratitude.
My father plays a lot of instruments. He plays the piano, dulcimer, violin, Chinese transverse flute, and a Chinese vertical end-blown flute. When he was younger, he played the harmonica too. He learned everything by himself.
Despite his age, Liu still has a very good memory and tells the volunteers that this is their 52nd visit. He even says that all the volunteers are living bodhisattvas.
I'm also a bodhisattva that receives blessings. All of you are bodhisattvas that give selflessly.
Senior Liu also sees the chance to donate his bamboo coin bank to help those in greater need. Meanwhile, in San Francisco, Tzu Chi volunteers arrive at the Dr. George Washington Carver Elementary School to hold a scholarship award ceremony. Today, recipients are children that have shown perfect attendance over the past 8 months.
These are young scholars. This is the future of not only San Francisco and our city, but the entire country. So please give yourself a round of applause. You are putting our kids on the pathway to success.
In 2004, Tzu Chi volunteers established a Happy Campus program at the school to care for underprivileged children. Today, 2 of these students received the school's 6-year Perfect Attendance Award for their dedication in pursuing an education against all odds. Inspired by the students' efforts, Tzu Chi volunteer Huang Shuyun decided to leave her high-paying job to contribute her share.
Tzu Chi means compassion relief. And we have been very, very honored to be the partner for the zone.
Thanks to volunteers' dedication, students of the Dr. George Washington Carver Elementary School have rediscovered their confidence and will continue to strive for a brighter future. On May 28th, fires broke out in 2 nursing homes, one in Taiwan and one in South Korea. As many of the nursing homes' residents have difficulties moving about, many suffer from smoke inhalation. There were even fatalities in the South Korea's blaze. In our next report, we visit 2 nursing homes in Taiwan to see what staff members have been doing to make sure their residents can escape safely when a fire breaks out. When a fire broke out on the 3rd floor of this nursing home, staff members mobilized to take action, from calling 119, using fire extinguishers to control the fire, and helping residents evacuate the building. Today, a fire drill is being carried out at this nursing home in Kaohsiung City. As soon as the firefighters arrive on scene, water is used to extinguish the fire. To save those trapped in the building, a circular saw is used to cut open doors. Next, injured residents are sent to hospitals for further treatment. To make sure immobilized residents can escape a fire safely, staff members at the center have established firefighting teams.
After today's training session, I believe staff members of this nursing home will be able to react quickly when a fire occurs. They have enough manpower and equipment.
We have divided our staff members into 3 teams: information, fire prevention, and evacuation. When the fire breaks out, we will all do our part to make sure everyone escapes unharmed.
As many residents are either seniors or those who have difficulties in moving about, their caretakers' quick thinking when a fire breaks out can mean the difference between life or death.
We have at least 1 nurse in each building, and evening caretakers all live on site. We have the same amount of caretakers for our morning and evening shifts. When a fire breaks out, we will evacuate those nearby first. Those who can move by themselves will be evacuated first.
Thanks to quick thinking of staff members, residents of a nursing home in Tainan's Annan district were able to escape a recent fire, with only 12 people suffering from smoke inhalation. Unfortunately, in South Korea, a blaze that broke out at a nursing home on May 28th took the lives of 21 people. The fire could have been prevented if the smoke extraction system had been turned on.
Automatic sprinklers should be installed on higher floors, so when a fire starts, we can save ourselves and don't have to wait until the firefighters arrive.
Fire and smoke will spread to other floors if the air conditioning system is not turned off, because both fire and smoke will go upward.
To prevent such tragedies from happening again, other than making sure nursing homes are well equipped with firefighting equipment, fire drills also need to be carried out on a regular basis. Next up in Taiwan, we meet Tzu Chi recycling station volunteer Wu Xiaochen. Since joining the ranks of recycling volunteers 9 years ago, each morning the 86-year-old senior walks to the traditional market to collect food wrappers for recycling. Grandma Wu Xiao's unwavering spirit over the years has moved many of the vendors in the market.
Her efforts are commendable. It's good for the environment and the market too.
This benefits our society and is good for our planet.
Receiving unanimous praise from the vendors at Qingde Market in Banqiao is 86-year-old Wu Xiaochen.
I'm here every day. When I'm finished exercising, I come here straight away.
Wu Xiao comes here each day not to buy vegetables, rice or fruits. She comes to collect fruit wrappers which would have otherwise been taken to the incineration plant for disposal and consequently pollute our earth.
These wrappers will release toxins into the atmosphere once incinerated. By collecting them, we can reduce waste, so I help Tzu Chi out by collecting them.
It's great for our community. It reduces waste and benefits everyone.
If no one collects these, trash would just accumulate and eventually become a burden for our planet. These things can decompose by themselves.
In fact, the earliest to promote recycling at Qingde Market was Tzu Chi volunteer Zhen Meiqing. Grandma Wu Xiao joined not long after and became Zhen's right-hand man. Together, the two have become Tzu Chi's recycling ambassadors.
She doesn't drive, so she travels on foot. Really, her commitment is truly moving. Already in her 80s and still motivated to continue doing her part, she's truly a bodhisattva.
After sorting plastic bags, the senior returns to the Tzu Chi Xiangshi recycling station in Banqiao, where she continues to sort other recyclables. Although the grandma is a person of few words, her actions to safeguard our planet, however, speaks volumes.
We stay in Taiwan at the end of the show. Kaohsiung Tzu Chi volunteers and students from the Fushan Elementary School brought instrumental performances, sing-along songs, and traditional line dance to a local nursing home to uplift senior spirit. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for watching DaAi Headlines. Goodbye.